In May of 1963, a radical new contender arrived to challenge the absolute king of British roads. It was technologically brilliant, visually striking, aerodynamic, and backed by millions of pounds in government funding. On paper, it didn't just rival its competition, it completely outclassed it. For a brief, shining moment, this machine looked absolutely unstoppable. Then, the reality of its creation caught up. It was supposed to define a generation and secure the future of a proud automotive empire. Instead, it became one of the most expensive, tragic, and heartbreaking lessons in automotive history. This is the story of the Hillman Imp, the highly advanced, rear-engined underdog built by the Roots Group to kill the iconic BMC Mini. Today, we will reveal how a car with unmatched practicality, a race-bred engine, and a passionate design team managed to completely self-destruct. We will uncover the hidden forces behind its downfall, from intense political interference and catastrophic engineering shortcuts to a brand new factory floor divided by bitter social tension. This isn't just a story about a failed car. It's the story of how a masterpiece was ruined before it ever turned a wheel. To truly understand why the Imp was born, we have to look back at the geopolitics of the late 1950s. In 1956, the Suez Crisis erupted, blocking the canal, triggering severe oil shortages, and forcing fuel rationing across the United Kingdom. British motorists desperately needed tiny, ultra-economical transit. The market demanded a revolution. In 1959, the British Motor Corporation answered with Alec Isagonis's legendary front-wheel drive Mini. It was an instant cultural sensation, rewriting the automotive rulebook overnight. Watching from the sidelines was the Roots Group. Known for building solid, premium, middle-class vehicles under brands like Humber, Sunbeam, and Singer, they realized they were completely missing out on the biggest automotive boom of the century. They needed an answer, and they needed it fast. Under codename Project Apex, two young, visionary engineers, Michael Parks and Tim Fry, were given a clean sheet of paper. Their objective was incredibly ambitious. Do not copy the Mini. Build something roomier, more advanced, more practical, and infinitely better to drive. When the Hillman Imp finally debuted in May 1963, it felt like a spaceship had landed in the small car segment. While the Mini was notoriously cramped with tiny storage bins, the Imp was a masterclass in clever spatial packaging. It featured a fully folding rear seat and a pioneering opening rear glass hatch. Decades before the modern hatchback layout became standard, the Imp was already living it. But the car's absolute crown jewel was nestled quietly under the rear deck lid. It was an all-aluminum, 875 cubic centimeters overhead cam engine, adapted directly from a legendary Coventry Climax fire pump engine. Because the engine block was aluminum, the car lacked the heavy rear-end weight bias that plagued other rear-engine cars like the Volkswagen Beetle. It loved to rev, producing a distinctive, sharp exhaust note. Paired with a highly sophisticated independent rear suspension and a glass-smooth 4-speed transaxle, the Imp handled beautifully. Enthusiasts, club racers, and automotive journalists fell deeply in love. But beneath the brilliant specifications and the glowing press reviews laid a deeply flawed structural foundation. The first devastating blow to the Imp didn't actually come from the engineering room. It came directly from the British government. Roots desperately wanted to expand their existing, highly experienced production facilities in Coventry. However, under the strict design of the Board of Trade, the government denied them planning permission. Instead, they forced Roots to build a brand new factory in Linwood, Scotland, where the decline of the local shipbuilding industry had left unemployment dangerously high. On paper, it was a noble social experiment. In reality, it created an absolute logistical nightmare. Engine components were cast in Scotland, shipped 300 miles south to Coventry to be precision machined, and then shipped 300 miles back north to Scotland for final vehicle assembly. Worse yet, the newly hired Scottish workforce had plenty of experience with heavy steel ships, but zero experience with fragile, precision aluminum automobiles. Under immense corporate pressure to meet rushing deadlines, the car was pushed to market completely unfinished. The highly advanced aluminum engines began overheating catastrophically due to an overly complex cooling system that owners didn't understand. The pioneering pneumatic throttle cables froze solid in cold British winters, and the body panels leaked water into the cabins constantly. The dream was rapidly unraveling. Word of mouth travels fast, but word of an unreliable car travels faster. The Imp quickly earned a toxic public reputation for severe unreliability. Fleet buyers, rental companies, and everyday commuters panicked. They turned their backs on the complex Imp and ran straight to the simpler, proven, iron-blocked Mini, which was now cementing itself as a global pop culture icon. Back inside the factory walls, industrial relations collapsed entirely. Constant, sudden strikes paralyzed production lines. Every single time the engineering team managed to fix a mechanical flaw, another labor dispute or supply chain failure halted the entire operation. By the late 1960s, a desperate roots group was swallowed up by the American giant Chrysler. Chrysler bled immense amounts of cash on every single Imp sold, yet they refused to fund the major styling updates or body redesigns needed to keep the car competitive against newer hatchbacks. In 1976, after 13 long, painful years of production and over 440,000 units made, the assembly lines finally fell completely silent. The factory doors were closed for good. Today, the historic Linwood factory complex has been completely demolished, replaced by a modern retail park and cinema. The physical empire vanished, but the car itself refused to die. Look closely at almost any modern hatchback sitting in your driveway today. The design blueprints pioneered by the Imp, the lifting rear glass window, the clever folding split rear passenger seats, are now standard features across the entire global automotive industry. A dedicated, fiercely passionate global community of classic car enthusiasts keeps these lightweight machines alive. They preserve them not just as vehicles, but as monuments to pure driving dynamics. The Hillman Imp was never a bad car. It was a brilliant, forward-thinking masterpiece crushed by the weight of political compromises and corporate rushing. It remains a beautiful, tragic monument to what could have been. If you want to keep uncovering the secret histories of forgotten vehicles and vanished transport icons, subscribe to Torque Stories right now. And tell me in the comments below, if you were standing in a showroom in 1963, would you have chosen the daring Imp or stuck with the classic Mini? And say a massive, heartfelt thank you to every single one of you. I am absolutely blown away right now. Because of your incredible support, we just hit 3.6K followers on Facebook and over 500 of you on Instagram. Whether you've been here since day one, supported me on Facebook and Instagram, or just subscribed to the channel today, you are the reason I love telling these stories. I am so incredibly grateful for this amazing community we are building together. We have so many more incredible stories on the way, and I want to make sure we stay connected everywhere. If you haven't joined the family on all platforms yet, you can find the direct links to my YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook right in the link in my bio. Thank you all for the love, for sharing this journey with me, and for helping us grow. You guys are the absolute best, and I'll see you in the next story.